Hey everybody, what's going on? It's PMOC at 86 Drive. Well, it's one of those days that every auto enthusiast dreads to some degree, I guess depending on the extent of the modifications that you have on your car. Yes, it's time for a smog check. Here in California, you need a smog check every 2 years once your car is more than 8 years old. Would you believe it? My Subaru BRZ is a 2016, so it's now more than 8 years old. So I guess we've got to get the car ready for smog. If you're familiar with the 86 Drive BRZ at all, or if you watched our last track day video, you're probably asking, well, wait a minute. How are you going to pass smog with that thing? Isn't it supercharged? Aren't you running headers and exhaust on it? And didn't it completely blow the 93 decibel sound limit at Laguna Seca just a few months ago? Well, actually, the main thing that I needed to do was to replace the header back to the OEM exhaust manifold and make sure that I was running the carb legal tune from Jackson Racing for the supercharger. Because I'm here in California, yes, I did make sure to buy the carb legal kit from Jackson Racing. With the header replaced and the carb tune flashed into the ECU, we should be all good to go. You can see the OEM header is back in place. No more unequal length boxer sounds, unfortunately. Here's the old header. Tomei, unequal length. I'm actually curious. Didn't really inspect the Tomei header after it was taken off the car. Oh, it's pretty heavy. Take it out and let's take a quick look at it. See if there's any damage to it. So yeah, the header still looks like it's in pretty good shape. The coating that it had, it's got a ceramic coating on it that has seen better days, but otherwise it's looking still pretty good. So I flipped it to see the other side, and yeah, aside from the coating just starting to flake off a little bit, I'd say it's held up pretty well. Understandable that the coating is flaking off a little bit given the amount of heat and stress that this part goes through going on the racetrack all the time. I don't think I ever noticed this little badge or plaque on here. Not really sure what it says, but it's probably just a Tomei plaque. Anyways, I guess I can think about whether or not I want to recoat this header before I were to put it back on. So let me know in the comments what you think. Just keep using it the way it is, or maybe get it shined up, cleaned off, maybe recoated. Now, it turned out that the most time-consuming part of the process of getting the car ready to pass smog ended up being driving the car around for several days in order to make sure that all the readiness monitors were okay and giving me the green light. This is where it's useful to have an OBD scan tool on hand, so you can plug it in and check to see if everything is all good. Most of them were good to go after only a day or two. But then the last one I needed was an O2 sensor monitor, and that actually required me to drive back and forth on my commute for a few more days before it gave the okay as well. If you're having trouble getting all your monitors to complete, do a search online for the OBD drive cycle procedure. It involves driving the car at certain speeds for a certain amount of time. It may also involve letting the car idle after driving, and then turning it off and letting it cool down for a while before you drive it next. So best to make sure you reserve a little time to get through the process before your smog check is due. Once the monitors were all reading okay, we're ready to go in for the smog check. Got the carb sticker from Jackson Racing. Decided to put it on this cover here, this plastic cover. Couldn't really figure out where else in the engine bay would be a good spot for a sticker of that size. Let me know if you have a similar sticker for your car and where you put yours. I think some people talked about maybe putting it over here, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it a little more centrally positioned. There's no way a smog tech would miss this sticker. Anyways, I guess we're off to the smog shop.
A few moments later.
And the verdict is, it passed. That's right. Carb legal, ready to go for, I think, another 2 years. So, woohoo! What a relief. I guess it was pretty much expected, so good news. All right. Until the next time. See you.